Hi everybody, this is Taz. I'm going to do a wig review for you today. I am getting ready to go to my sister's annual party. She does a fish fry party every year, and I am wearing a wig that I have not reviewed before. So what I like about this is that it's fun, flirty bob, and it's very lightweight, just perfect for summer and outings. So what you're looking at today is Carlotta by Belle Madame in the color Swedish Blonde Root. I purchased this wig from Heather at sisterwigs.com. Heather does a great job. She loves this wig herself, and she has done an amazing review of that wig. I will put the link to that review below so that you can check it out. She really goes into the Belle Madame line very much in detail and kind of gives you some background on it. This is a European made wig, and it's not sold widely in the United States. In fact, I think Heather at sisterwigs.com is the only seller of this wig currently that I know of in the United States. Okay, so let's talk about this color a little bit. Swedish Blonde Root. It is a very pale ash, almost platinum color. And then underneath and towards the ends, you will see a very light butterscotch color. And then at the root is a very light blonde, and it's very subtle rooting, more of a shadow than a root. I actually think some of these butterscotch ends are darker than the root on this wig, but the color is just amazing. It's very dynamic, and I am a big fan of this color, and you'll see it all the way around when I can do a spin for you. But those really light ash platinum colors are concentrated around the face and towards the front, and you'll see all the variation in the back. It almost reminds me of a reverse kind of ombre tone where we get light and then it kind of gradually gets darker. So really, really cute. Perfect again for summer. This wig weighs only 2.5 ounces. And there's just the right amount of hair. And Heather goes into her video a lot about the fibers in this wig, and because it is a European maker, the fibers are on the drier side, and they're very fine and denier. So they're very realistic looking and very light and feathery feeling. So this cap is an average cap size, and it does run small. I'm a big fan of Ellen Villa wigs, and this feels like an Ellen Villa wig to me, and I don't know, maybe that's because it is modeled after the European sizes, but it does run small. So if you have a circumference over 22 inches, you may feel that it's too tight, or you may not get the coverage that you are looking for. I really love it. It fits me perfectly. There's no baggy cap, and the coverage seems to be about average, sort of like an Ellen Villa wig. I always have a little bit there on the sides. And so let's go right into the cap a little bit. So it does have a wonderful lace front. It's a very wide lace front, temple to temple, and just a very fine knots on the lace front. And the knots are very light in color. And that goes seamlessly into a left mono part. That parting space is about 1.5 inches. And I haven't done much to this wig. I think I did separate it a little bit because it came in that crisscross pattern. And this piece in the box was flipped over here, and you could easily do that, but I wanted a little more on my left side, so I'm going to be training that to stay over there. But this curl pattern is, you think about all these curly wigs that are available, and I don't want to quite say it's like a John Renaud Julie Ann, because it's a little looser than that, I think. Just nice tousled curls that are not quite formed, very loose. And what I've noticed just by raking my fingers through these curls is that they separate very easily, and that just gives you a little more volume. You're not getting a lot of permatease with this wig. And I think there may be some right around the crown area, maybe a little bit in the back and around the nape, and maybe up above the ear tab, but very, very little permatease. So you're not getting a lot of that extra lift there, and that will appeal to many people. So again, just a really cute bob. It's kind of an even bob where you think back to the Julienne by John Renault or the Heidi or even the Scarlett. And I think you're going to see that it's more graduated, going from shorter to longer. And this one seems to be fairly even all the way around. So the sides are about 8.5 inches, but the overall length is about 12 inches as it curls. And with all of this wave, it's really hard to get a complete, accurate measurement. But those curls just are very carefree and light, very, very nice, realistic movement. I'm going to go ahead and do a spin for you and start with the left side. In the back. And you notice it just is above the collar. And so you can show off that tan and those shoulders and those nice tank tops for summer. The right side. Okay, such a cute color. I hope you can see where those butterscotch tones just kind of come out of the root area and blend through the nape and on the sides. 2.5 ounces, amazing. And the reason why I bought this wig initially was because I like to wear my wickie. I have a wickie in champagne, which is a rooted blonde, very light blonde color, and it's about this length. And I did a review on this one as well if you want to look that up, but it's a very tightly coiled bohemian type of curl, just all over, like an afro type of a curl. And so this would be a very nice complement to that wig because the color is very similar. It just looks like I may have straightened it and maybe put some wider curling iron through it to achieve this. It's just darling. The mono part and the lace front are very well done in this wig. So again, if you're interested in this wig, I'd urge you to go out to Heather@sisterwigs.com. I did not get paid for this. Heather's just been an amazing, amazing resource for me in my wig journey. And since this wig is available through Heather right now and not anywhere else that I could find, you can certainly go out to her website and ask any questions that you need to. So I think I covered just about everything. So we're getting ready to go, and I'm sure I'll get lots and lots of compliments in this wig. Such a fun, flirty bob for summer. Take care. Have a great summer.